he is a black man. And the reason why I bring that up is because the closest thing in the African-American community to a meritocracy is sports. That proverbial glass ceiling that we talk about, all right? Supposedly, that's not supposed to exist in the world of sports. You perform, and nobody can take that away from you. That's why black folks everybody always assuming that it's just about the money. No, it ain't just about the money. It's not just about the love of the sport. It's because if I go out there and perform, you can't deny me. You put somebody else on the court or the field to play against me, and I smoked them. How can you deny that? You can't take that away from us. You can't sit up there and politic and network and find a way to diminish our value, what our worth is, and who we are. That's why black folks stand up and love and gravitate towards sports. And what T.O. is saying is they found a way to do it to me anyway. They found a way to do it to me anyway. You know, I'm top 3 all-time in receptions. I'm top 3 all-time in touchdowns. I'm top 6 all-times in yards for receiving. And you still found a way to screw me over. How is that possible? And by the way, hold on.
What would you say to those who said Randy Moss, who also was accused of loafing on plays?
That's right.
Well, not also, because T.O. wasn't accused of that. Was in first ballot.
Well, that's one of the biggest problems, because I brought up how T.O., you know, he could sit there and try to hide it all he wants to, but Randy Moss being a first ballot Hall of Famer was a slap in his face, because we love Randy. He's our contemporary here, got mad love for him. He was fantastic Saturday night, by the way, and I appreciate that tie that he was wearing with those who were victims, including Tamir Rice, you know, due to police brutality. Randy Moss, my love for you, brother. Thank you. But let's be clear. Randy Moss was on the record one time saying I play when I want to. And there were times in his career where he took time off. There were times where we looked at Randy Moss and said he could do more, he could be more.
Well, why
we never said that about
T.O., but not Randy Moss is my question.
Because you have, well, I'm not saying it's racial about T.O.
You're saying that's part of his indignation.
I'm saying that's part of the indignation. Okay. I'm not saying that played a role in it all. But you also have to understand, the media, and this is where we look bad. The Hall of Fame, T.O. messed up in regards to them because they're not the ones who bring him in. Right. Okay, the Hall of Fame was there to celebrate him. Okay, and oh, by the way, let's not ignore the fact that when you go into the Hall of Fame, a team usually picks you. They celebrate you. They throw a party for you. Jerry Jones threw a party for himself that scored $16 million the one night with Justin Timberlake performing for 2 hours. Okay, yeah, this is what they do. We don't know whether it was the Eagles, the Eagles, the 49ers, the Bengals, Buffalo, whomever. We don't know if anybody wanted to spend that kind of money on T.O., so that's a problem too. But in the end, what it comes down to is this, my last point. It comes down to this. T.O. with the media looks bad today. And the reason why the media looks bad today is it's supposed to be merit. Anybody could come out and say, I don't like him. Mm-hmm. He was a distraction. Because as a person that covered T.O. and Donovan McNabb in Philly, half the dudes didn't approve of T.O.'s behavior. Half of them had no problem with it. They were looking at McNabb. And so as a result of that, all you can go by definitively is the man's performance. Yep. And in our society, when they take your performance away from you, particularly when you're a black man, what else can't they take from you if they can deny or delay what you have earned?
That's what he's speaking to. I want to know if you guys have the same sentiment here as far as the media. Do you feel like the media looks poor after this?
Yeah, well, yeah, no worse than they did already in the first place. But I will say this, Josina, about Stephen A's point. I appreciate you're not saying it's racial per se. You're saying that in the layers of indignation, race is ever present. It's not that, well, Moss got in first. He's also a black man. That's not really what I got that. Right. And I think the meritocracy point's a good one because sports is scoreboard. Mm-hmm. Oh, you don't like the package I'm wrapped up in? You don't like my attitude? Scoreboard. And T.O. is there going, scoreboard. That says first ballot. Oh, now it's as though at the end of a game you're winning by a couple touchdowns and the refs just say, but we didn't like your attitude. We'll give it to the other team.
Go ahead.
Well, you're right. Sports is supposed to be a platform where it's equitable. And you were mentioning that, you know, his performance and everything that was going on in the locker room didn't translate on the field. So where was the gap? So perhaps it's the relationship with the media as opposed to the people in the locker room. And although you mentioned that half the locker room in Philly, like McNabb, half of them, like T.O., it didn't translate into his performance or his production on the field. And that's where everything that he is illuminating is definitely just. And the question for me, for you, Stephen A., is whether you feel like, or also Max and Molly, if he could have made that point also in Canton.
I felt he could have made that point. I felt he should have made that point. Had it been me, I'd have went to Canton. But I would have went to Canton with the same message.
Right.
I wouldn't have went to Chattanooga. I'd have brought that message to Canton.
I think he could have brought the message to Canton, too, but no ill will. He's just doing it his way, and I feel like that's true to his character.
Can I personalize it real quick for the purposes of First Take? Thanks to Molly and Max, not only we have a top-rated show, #1 in cable from 10 a.m. to noon, but folks, when there were layoffs that took place here, they were writing that, I should have lost my job. Why is Stephen A. there? And I'm sitting there going like this, wait a minute. The revenue, the ratings, I thought we were in the television business. So you talking about, in other words,
That's right.
I literally went on the air on ESPN radio and went ballistic because I'm like, excuse me, what comes along with this business that we're in is ratings and revenue. Last time I checked, I'm doing all right.
No, it's okay.
How do I need to be going? These are the kind of things that black men have to deal with. And it's a problem, and it needs to stop.
You know what the
I think he was heard this weekend.
Microaggressions.
There we go.
But I think his point was made, and he was heard this weekend. So congratulations again to T.O.
Congratulations,
Should have
T.O.
been a first ballot.